For TraderInsight.com, I'm Julie Mans, and this is the Unfinished Business Report for Wednesday, January 18th. We'll start today by looking at Campbell's Soup. This was the extra inning we had from way back from Friday. We had a nice long weekend, and I hope everyone had a good relaxing one. And today the market was really whipping around quite a bit this morning, but the long that we were looking at in Campbell's that hadn't developed very well, as you could see on Friday's session, so over here on the right is the daily, it didn't push up where Adrian thought it might go on that day, and it was an idea for a long today. As you can see, what it turned out as a doji looking bar, but did push higher. Let me show you how it played out today. We were fast off the open. After the first 5 minutes, you could have watched it find a little bit of support here on this pivot. I think it's the R1 pivot, and then up through and to the R2 pivot, and then come on back down. But you have to be fast and quick on the trigger, and we all know openings are a pretty tight time around here. So we weren't looking at Campbell's at that time, but if you're patient and you can be around during the day, you can see it did a pretty nice consolidation on yesterday's closing support level. So you can see it didn't push back down past that closing, so made a nice level of support here. And then it did push up to this pivot. So not a huge trade, but still a good idea, and did have a couple opportunities intraday for 20, 30, maybe 35 cents. Looking toward tomorrow's session, let's look at GNRC. This was a fastball short today on Adrian's plan. You can see they gapped it down, but it did pull up to resistance levels from yesterday and then finally sink again. So it had some intraday opportunity for us, but it didn't fully fall through where we thought it might go, and I'm wondering if tomorrow might not be the day that it follows through to the downside. You can see it closed toward the lower end of its bar, and it opened and closed pretty much around the same levels. Sometimes that indicates some weakness, and since this would be a short for tomorrow, I'll have that on my list. My second idea, and you can see this one's all marked up over here on the 5 minute from Adrian's video from tonight and also from our trading today. But this was a short for today, and it actually watched his video to see what happened intraday with that one. But I'm looking at tomorrow. You can see it didn't go short below its lows of Friday, but it did close the very bottom of its range. Again, just like the GNRC we just looked at, this one open and close are fairly similar, around the same levels and at the bottom of its range. So I'll see if it can't maybe even pull up a little and dive down, but it's a short, and looks like it could see some weakness. I'm going to add one long for tomorrow. Now this is a super secret back one, and it requires some intraday flexibility. If Owens Corning opens and starts trading higher, I think there is a nice opportunity if you look at the daily chart between, let's say it opens somewhere in the middle here, and if it can pass today's highs, it might be traveling up higher again too. Now that's if the day shows a lot of strength. I'll just turn and see if Owens doesn't also have some strength. So I hope everyone had a great trading day. Come by and visit us at TraderInsight.com. We'd love to have you take a trial to our trading room if you haven't done so already, and come watch us trade and trade with us. Have a great trading day tomorrow.